your motivations are. You feel me? So, next story. Let's see. Next story that I'm going to talk about. Oh, so something interesting about the NBA, right? So Kyrie Irving, along with like a coalition of other players, Avery Bradley included, are basically saying, because the NBA is supposed to resume their season, I think July 30th in Orlando for like a tournament style remainder of the season, I think. And it's been a lot of talks about should they play, should they not play. You know, Orlando at this point is having like a surge in their coronavirus cases. So people are saying, why are they actually doing this? Blah, 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 right? But Kyrie Irving and Avery Bradley is leading a coalition of players who are basically saying we shouldn't play, who are saying that, you know, because of all the racism in the air right now, because of the racial inequalities that we're dealing with currently, they think that if the NBA season comes back, it's going to be a distraction, right? And I have to say, this is being a sports fan for 15, 20 years now, right? Maybe even longer, since I was 13, 14. I played basketball a long time, love the sport, can still play. But I completely understand what these brothers are saying, because even though I appreciate sports, I appreciate these brothers' talent, I appreciate the competitive fire that you see, right? All these things are fun to watch, right? All these things are interesting, and it puts you in a moment in time where you was once an athlete, and it's just fun to watch, right? But I will say, one of the biggest, and this is my opinion, and this is something me and my brother Jermaine Moore spoke about, and he kind of enlightened me to this, and I'm repeating what he said. So, you know what I mean? Sports, in sports, music, all of these things in American society acts as a gigantic distraction. In my opinion, a part of the reason why it was created was to distract us from some of the real shit that's going on. Now, you know, Kyrie and then went on to talk about, you know, how they want to start their own league and different things like that. Man, I'm completely with all that, but I'm over like the past 3 or 4 years, I slowly but surely stopped watching sports as much. I think it's a mixture of kind of realizing that it's made on being a distraction. That's a part of it. Another part of it is I have all these other mediums to watch things now. So sometimes like an NBA game, just a normal game, be kind of boring to me. I'll prefer to actually play myself, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, that's what I was going to say. At the end of the day, a big part of why the protests and everything that's been going on right now, and this is what my brother Jermaine Moore said to me, a big part of why the protests have been successful and the spotlight has been put on the injustices that black people face is because we have no distractions right now, family. And I couldn't deny that fact. When he told me that, I was like, damn, that's spot on. We have nothing else to focus on. So you see what happens when America takes away the distractions? If the distractions are taken away, then we have no choice but to focus on the real problems going on in this country, and that's racism, family. That's discrimination on certain levels. That's how America treats people really fucked up. The cops being a primary example of that. So this is just nothing else around to watch, so you're forced to look at what's going on. So yes, I agree with the brothers. If the NBA comes back, it is going to be a distraction from what's going on right now. Some people who are involved in the movement, they talking about it, they getting involved with it in different ways, they gonna put that shit to the side and sit down and watch that game. That's just the reality of the country we live in. You feel me? And I say it like that too because, like, on some real shit, when I'm around a group of men, this is not all the time. I try to put myself in spaces now where I'm around like-minded people as much as possible. But when I'm around a group of men, typically, do you know what we talk about? You guessed it. Sports or women, primarily. Primarily sports. That's like the safe haven for most men to kind of conversate, right? So this distraction provides a lot of things for us at times, whether it be just something to talk about, whether it be something to focus on. You see what I'm saying? But sports, definitely a distraction. Now, the coalition, which Kyrie Irving and Avery Bradley are a part of, they're getting backlash. People like Kendrick Perkins, people like Stephen, not Stephen Jackson, Stephen A. Smith, right? Stephen A. Smith. And again, Stephen A. Smith had like a love-hate relationship with that brother. It seems like he represents the corporate entity. He speaks, I've heard him speak about understanding the black struggle and not negating the fact that he's a black man in this society. But a lot of times he speaks from a corporate interest standpoint, right? Because his take is you can't do this because y'all can't sit out because all the families that got to get paid money, everybody that work for the N.B.A., if you don't do this, the collective bargaining agreement is going to get tampered with, and then when it's time to renegotiate, money. All he's talking about is money. So if I hear a black man on TV basically saying, it sounds like he's saying, hey, I need to protect my money. I need to make sure my money don't get fucked up. Liberating my people, I can kind of do that on the side, but money is what's important to me, and I'm not on that train, family. Like at this point, I'm a 40-year-old man. I understand what has happened to us in this country. I understand that it hasn't been enough of us to stand up and fight. I understand that I created a platform for myself where I have to speak. A lot of people much bigger than me have platforms where they should be speaking if they feel it. But my integrity is much more important than a dollar. And I'm with the brothers. I think they shouldn't play. Now, I think they should give some demands on why they're not playing and what they want to see the NBA do. But ultimately, the season should be canceled, family. It's going to be a distraction. Now, the coalition released a statement that I want to read. I think it's really pertinent. Normally, I don't read statements and stuff like that, but I want to read this statement that was released. Now, they are saying, we are combating the issues that matter most. We will not accept the racial injustices that continue to be ignored in our communities. It continues on to say, we will not be kept in the dark when it comes to our health and well-being. And we will not ignore the financial motivations, expectations that have been preventing us historically from making sound decisions. Do you hear that? Do you hear that? I want to say that again. We will not ignore the financial motivations and expectations that have prevented us from historically making sound decisions. That's real talk right there, family. Thinking about your money is why Michael Jordan didn't really fuck with us like that. Let's be honest. He was like, I got to get this money. I'm focusing on winning and competing. Republicans buy shoes too. You feel me? They went on to say, as an oppressed community, we are going on 500 plus years of being systematically targeted, used for our IP, intellectual property, talent, and also still being killed by the very people that are supposed to protect and serve us. The statement continues to say, we've had enough. I'm with those brothers, man. And like I was saying a little earlier, Kyrie, it's being reported that he has entertained the idea with his teammates and other people around him of starting their own league. And I am one that's 100% behind the top NBA players starting their own league. I feel if next week the top 100 NBA players, let's say 100 to 150, said, look, we are no longer a part of the NBA. Sue us, take our money, do whatever you want to do. We're going to start our own league, starting in small colleges around the country or fucking high school gyms, whatever. It would change the world overnight. It would change the world as we see it. And people ask, I mean, would you go see LeBron play at a low college where it wasn't a whole bunch of NBA high? Hell yeah. What? It's the talent, man. We live in a society where, as far as big business is concerned, the talent makes the less money. Think about that. From music to sports to actors, right? For the most part, the talent makes the least amount of money. And a lot of these owners couldn't shoot a basketball if you trained them. You see what I'm saying? So at some point, I would love to see some of this switch up a little bit as far as us having more power, having more leverage. I know historically we've been disempowered to a degree. Historically, we were slaves. We were working for pennies on the dollar. Like, we were in a horrible situation. And a lot of these institutions still conduct themselves the same way. Like, the NBA has how many black owners? Like, how many black general managers? I mean, that's not imbalanced to y'all. You know what I mean? So if somebody comes out and says, hey, look, the people who make this league possible don't get a bulk of the money. How about they leave and do something on their own, taking their talents with them? To me, that's brilliant. To me, that's revolutionary. You know what I mean? Because again, my love for the game of basketball remains the same, but my love for watching the games, this is football too. I rarely watch football now. Watching the games and being involved, like I used to, I used to watch SportsCenter like 5 times a day, like no lie. Even though I knew it was the same damn, they would say the same shit. I'll watch SportsCenter like 5 times a day, right? At this point in my life, I'm extremely uninterested with the specifics behind sports. Who's getting traded? Who's going that way? Who said this about this person? What commentator feels what's going to happen tomorrow? That I don't want to hear people talk about sports at this point. Like, I'm damn near completely over that shit. But I love the playoffs. I love big moments. I love when big things happen, right? I'm still into it in that regard. But I can do without the shit. I guess that's what I'm saying. If we had to go to a society where we didn't have sports for a while, or the black players was getting together their own league, I would fuck with that, right? Ice Cube showed the power of coming up with your own idea with the big 3. I think ultimately that's going to be extremely successful for him. You know what I'm saying? So that type of, and he's using just gyms around the country and getting the thing popping by itself. Got a network supporting him. You see what I'm saying? So this is just something to think about, family. Will the players in the N.B.A. leave the league and create their own thing? I don't think so, but I love the idea. I love and then Kendrick Perkins is saying Kyrie's not a leader and all this shit. I think that's a tricky thing, right? When you go from being a player and being in the trenches with the players and knowing how they feel, and now you're on the other side of it, it's almost like you forget what it took to be that. And sometimes I've noticed, and I say this, I don't give a fuck what nobody say, sometimes the guys that weren't that good, or the guys that was like, because to make it to the NBA, you have to be a proficient athlete. But compared to all their peers, some of these guys aren't that good compared to their peers. So I think at times they get on the other side of that shit and they be like, I'm going to be a superstar here. I'm going to make my stardom here. I'm going to talk about the people that I couldn't guard or that I couldn't do nothing with in the league. You know what I mean? So kudos to the brother Kyrie Irving, Avery Bradley. It's about time, man. In sports, regardless of how much you like them, I know more men who know more about the 49ers than they do about black history. I know more men who know more about the recent trades that happened in the NBA and whose contract is up and what new team is going to get that person than they do about Juneteenth. Than they do about, or some people I know, it just seems like to me, let's say they do know some of these historical facts. They don't really talk about that. They talk about sports. So let's just say we couldn't talk about sports. Let's say you're in an environment with men and there's no sports to talk about. What else you gonna talk about, right? Got to talk about deeper shit. Got to have more meaningful conversations. So again, I'm not against anybody who watches sports. I completely understand why you do it. Just not for me as much as it was in the past. And I'm for empowerment, however we see fit to actually move forward with that. So if the brothers want to get their own league, or at least entertain the idea of getting their own league, or figuring out ways to gain leverage in this system that has systematically shut you out of shit, you have to acknowledge that, right? So kudos to the brother Kyrie Irving, man. Go ahead. I see what you're doing out there, family. I'm 100% behind that movement. You feel me? Now,